A little bit better. Now I can. I can hear myself in the left one, not really good in the right one. So, we'll see.
This is HBU Huskies.
Check, check. Check, 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 check.
Sports Network. This is HBU Huskies This
is HBU Huskies men's basketball on the DNA Husky Sports Network. Huskies basketball is brought to you by these corporate partners of HBU Athletics: Houston Federal Credit Union, Marriott Houston West Chase, the Memorial Hermann Healthcare System, Raising Cane's, Under Armour, Firehouse Subs, Pepsi, Shipley Donuts, 4 Points by Sheraton, IBEW Local 716, Jimmy John's, Kolache Factory, and Holiday Inn Express. The DNA Husky Sports Network is your home all season long for HBU Huskies men's basketball. And right now it's just about game time, so let's head out to the arena.
And a good Saturday evening from Sharp Gym here on the DNA Husky Sports Network. Chase Hernandez here as we get ready for the home opener for your HBU Huskies as they get ready to take on the Rams from Fordham University. The Huskies coming off a 90-60 defeat in the season opener just the other night at Arizona as the Huskies look to come home and get in the win column to start this early 2018-2019 campaign, getting it going here at Sharp Gym against the A10 Fordham Rams. First time ever these two teams have squared off on the court. It is the first opponent against a A10 team for the Huskies since the 2011-2012 season when the Huskies went and visit Duquesne University, as HBU looking to knock off the 1-0 Fordham Rams. Fordham coming off a victory, a 106-58 win over D3 City College of New York this past week as well. So HBU looking to get the winning ways going here in this 2018-2019 campaign here on the home court at Sharp Gymnasium. We'll come back, have the starting lineups and the opening tip here from Sharp, Texas. You're listening to Huskies men's basketball on the DNA Huskies Sports Network.
We're great at being human. And if all of mankind were made up of kind women and kind men, it would be wonderful if common knowledge was knowledge commonly known. And if the light from being enlightened into every heart was shown. It would be glorious if neighbors were neighborly, and indifference a forgotten word. It would be awesome if we shared everything, and being greedy was absurd. It would be spectacular if the golden rule was golden to every man. And the good things that we ever did was everything that we can.
Treating others like we'd like to be treated has always been our guiding principle.
Marriott Houston West Chase, a proud partner of HBU Athletics.
Hi, I'm Ron Cottrell. Thanks for listening to HBU Basketball on the DNA Husky Sports Network.
At Holiday Inn Express, we can't guarantee that you'll be able to contain yourself at our breakfast bar.
Morning, egg white omelet. Sup, Lady Bacon?
Fruit.
There it is.
But we can guarantee that you'll get the best price when you book with us.
Holiday Inn Express. Be the readiest.
You're listening to the Husky Sports Network, powered by DNA Studios.
At Shipley Donuts, we make our donuts from scratch every single day. Nothing trucked in, frozen. And we are Texas born and raised since 1936. Not like those other guys. Shipley Donuts.
Rolling up on a cheap price feels good, but cheap comes with risk. Heart surgeons, pilots, no one hires a cheap one of them. Fact is, certain things must be done right. Installing electricity in Houston schools and hospitals needs to be built with manpower that spent 10,000 hours training to do their job. So for heart surgeons to do their job, we must do ours. Skilled labor isn't cheap, and cheap labor isn't all that skilled.
The time is now to hire IBEW electricians.
Firehouse Subs was founded by two firefighters over 20 years ago. And once a firefighter, always a firefighter. So they've seen to it that a portion of your purchase at all U.S. Firehouse Subs locations now goes toward providing life-saving equipment for first responders. And one more thing, they make awesome subs.
Now get any of our 10 specialty subs in a new small size, each under 500 calories. Big flavor, small subs, starting at $3.99. Firehouse Subs, founded by firemen.
The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers in Houston believe keeping America's families strong is vital. We believe Houston competes in a global economy, so we must construct buildings to last. We believe training for 10,000 hours counts for something. Most important, we believe in each other. We don't know what the competition believes, and most times, neither do you. To be the best, hire the best.
The time is now to hire IBW electricians.
Coming to you in Living Cola.
The joy of cola. Pepsi Cola. Pepsi Cola. Jumping, just enjoy the ride. Take your time. Joy of bubbles, joy of fun, joy of Pepsi on your tongue. Greatest taste sensation under the sun.
Refreshing Pepsi Cola from the wonderful folks who put the R in.
And we welcome you back to Sharp Gymnasium. Chase Hernandez with you, filling in for Lonnie King this evening as we get set for the home opener for your HBU Huskies as they get ready to take on the Fordham Rams out of the Atlantic 10 Conference. Starting lineup for the Fordham Rams, they come in with a record of 1-0. Their starting lineup will look like this. At guard, a freshman number 3, Nick Honor. At guard, freshman number 5, Chris Austin. At guard, junior number 13, Antoine Portley. At guard, a sophomore number 20, Ivan Raut, and freshman senior number 21, a forward senior number 21, Jesse Butney. In the lineup for the Rams, Honor, Austin, Portley, Raut, and Bunting. The head coach for Fordham is Jeff Neubauer. Assistant head coaches Rodney Crawford, Ali Tone, and Mike DePauli. For your HBU Huskies tonight, coming in with a record of 0-1 after dropping the season opener at Arizona on Wednesday night, 90-60. Their starting lineup will look like this. At guard, number 0, Ian DeBose. At forward, sophomore number 2, Philip McKenzie. A senior center, number 15, is Edward Hart. Guard, sophomore number 23, Oliver Lynch Daniels. And guard, senior number 30, Braxton Bonds will round up the starting 5 for head coach Ron Cottrell's team. Again, the lineup for the Huskies: McKenzie, Hart, DeBose, Lynch, Daniels, and Bonds. Your head coach for your HBU Huskies in this 28th season is Ron Cottrell's assistants Stephen Key, Judd Kinney, and Keith Berard. We are ready for basketball this evening here from Sharp Gym. Glad you're joining us here on the DNA Huskies Sports Network for the home opener. A good crowd on hand here on the campus of HBU. Huskies will wear their home whites and the HBU lettering, blue and orange. Fordham coming in wearing the maroon uniforms, white lettering and numbering, as it'll be Hart going to go up to the opening tip against Jesse Bunny. Fordham with a 106-58 win in their opening matchup against City College of New York out of Division III. So this is their first Division I matchup on the year. First A10 opponent the Huskies have hosted here at Sharp Gym. First opponent the Huskies have played from the A10 conference, as I mentioned at the opening of the broadcast, since they visited Duquesne back in 2011, the 2011-2012 season. As both teams will go to the bench as a little technical difficulty at the scorers table, it looks like. As I mentioned earlier, Huskies fell in the season opener against Arizona Wednesday 90-60 leading scorer in the game was Jalen Gate with 15 points. Sophomore Oliver Lynch Daniels added 10 points to go along with 6 rebounds in that ball game. And now we are ready to go. Hart to our left, and it'll be Bunning to our right. Official set. Ball is in the air, and we are ready for basketball here at Sharp Gym. Glad you're joining us this evening. Huskies will have the basketball going left or right. This will be Bonds with the basketball swinging it on the far side of the court, driving it and dishing it out. And the buzzer goes off. The three-point attempt from DuBose is no good, and a whistle, and we're going to have a stoppage. And the clocks are not working so far in Sharp, so they're going to have to get that squared away. So got to get the kinks out. Always here in the first ball game of the year at the home court. About a minute, I believe, ticked off the clock, if a little bit less, as we're not going to start this ball game over with. And just a little more strategic time for Coach Cottrell and the head coach for Fordham, Jeff Neubauer. Neubauer in his 14th season, overall record of 228 and 189. Coach Cottrell coming in to his 28th year with a record of 475 and 390. The officials still trying to get everything situated over at the scorer's table. Again, the second ball game for each team here early on in this 2018-2019 season. I mentioned a couple of stats from the Arizona game. I mentioned Gate was the leading scorer for the Huskies with 15 points, and Lynch Daniels added 10. Philip McKenzie led the team with 9 rebounds in that ball game. As they're going to take off, it looks like 14 seconds. They're going to take off 20 now. At best, it's going to be a guesstimate. Now they're going to take off even more. So we'll say 23 seconds. They keep ticking it down. It's at 19:30 here on the scoreboard. And they're just going to manually let it run down. We'll see where they let it stop. Almost like the Wheel of Fortune wheel. They're going to stop it at 19:40. So they're going to say 20 seconds was taken off the clock. And they're going to say the shot clock is at 28 seconds for Fordham as they will inbound it on their side of the court. So back to basketball action we go here at Sharp. As will be Fordham bringing up the basketball, as will be Nick Honor, freshman guard, bringing it up the dribble, being guarded by Bonds. Swinging up top to Bunning. At the top of the key, dish off to Austin. He'll drive and slam it home for 2. Chris Austin will get the scoring going in the ball game for the Rams. Bonds with the dribble. Swing it over to Lynch Daniels. Hart will have it at the top. Looking to dish it off to McKenzie. Didn't. Now gives it back to Bonds. Going to get the offense going. 13 on the shot clock. He'll drive. Shot up. No good. Looking for the offensive rebound with Hart. No good. Loose ball still picked up. And the Huskies will come up with the offensive rebound. They'll have a whistle and a foul will be called against the Rams. Foul will go against number 3, Nick Honor, his first personal first team fouls. The Huskies will have the inbound on the baseline. Inbound will come to Hart. So dish off to DuBose, looking inside to Lynch Daniels, cutting to the basket. And pass too hard as they'll go out of bounds. And it'll be a turnover while going to the Rams. Full court press being put on by the Huskies. Bonds will meet Honor in the backcourt. He just breaks the timeline. Dish over to Ivan Rout. Down low, turnaround shot up, no good. An air ball from Portley, the lone Texan on this team for Fordham. To get it up to Chris Austin. Now swings it all the way over to Portley. We'll have the dribble 9 on the shot clock. Swinging the corner, a 3 from Austin is up, no good. Hits the back iron and a whistle. And we'll have a foul going against, it looks like, the Huskies, as that foul will go against Edward Hart, the senior center from Phoenix, Arizona. His first personal. Oh, excuse me, they're going to call it against Bunting. Looked like they were going to keep it down on the Fordham side, but they're going to call an offensive foul against Bunting. So the second team foul against Fordham, as Bonds will bring it up for the Huskies. Going to get opening points on the scoreboard for HBU. Swings it over to Lynch Daniels. Thought about the 3. Now will shoot it up and good. 3-point basket falls for Oliver Lynch Daniels, the sophomore from Chapel Hill, North Carolina. And the Huskies in front by 1 under 18 minutes here in the first half. With it, his honor is going to be stolen, and an easy deuce all the way for Bonds. And the Huskies now up by 3, 5-2. Good job in transition as the steal by Lynch Daniels found the open man. Still full court press being put on by the Huskies as DuBose guarding Portley. As Rutt will have it top of the key. Swing over to the right to Nick Honor. It's a screen from Bunting. Good D by HBU. Under 10 on the shot clock. Another steal by HBU. Here comes Braxton Bonds. Nice job going to the hole off the glass for 2. Braxton Bonds, the senior from Nashville, Tennessee, extends the Husky lead to 5. And a whistle here in the open court. It's going to go against Braxton Bonds. So nice job early on by the Huskies on D. Getting a couple steals, paying off with a couple of baskets. Bonds now with 4 points. Here comes the Rams with a 3, and it is good. That is Nick Honor, freshman guard from Orlando, Florida, with the triple. Bunting will knock it out of bounds and will stay with the Huskies. 17 minutes exactly here in the first half. Huskies in front by a pair as the inbound will come from Braxton Bonds right in front of the Fordham bench. Honor guarding the inbound. Huskies do get it in successfully. Setting it up is Bonds at the top key, looking for Hart inside. Didn't have it. Dish in the corner. Thought about the 3 was McKenzie. Looking down low to Hart. Off the glass for 2, and they'll get an and 1 opportunity. The senior big man from Phoenix drawing the foul inside. The foul will go against Chris Austin. His first personal, the 3rd team foul against Fordham. Hart 7 points. The first game against Arizona, knocks down the free throw. Extends the Huskies lead to 5. As Fordham will have the ball. Bringing it up the court is Honor. And off to Rod. Being double teamed now, will dish it off to Austin. Austin top key met by Lynch Daniels. Picks up the dribble. Nice defense by HBU. 12 on the shot clock. Honor will drive inside the paint. Loose ball picked up by HBU in transition. Here comes Bonds, a 2-on-2. He'll go all the way to the hole. Gets it off the glass for 2. Nice touch by Braxton Bonds with the kiss off the glass. He has 6 early on. It's now a 12-5 HBU lead. DuBose with a tight defense against Portley, who will drive, dish out in the corner. Here comes a 3 from Rod. It's up, front iron, no good, as Lynch Daniels punches it, and Bonds comes down with the rebound. In transition, Huskies have it in the corner. Here comes McKenzie inside the paint, puts it up off the glass, no good. Loose ball, and will be picked up by HBU. Lynch Daniels credit with the offensive board. Here comes Bonds all the way. Nice job. Just rattles off the rim, but Lynch Daniels there again. Picks up the offensive board, so Huskies will reset the offense. On a nice hustle early on here on their home court. Hart dishing inside. Nice job sticking in the hand was Rout for Fordham. Knocks it away and a turnover for HBU. Portley will have the dribble under 16 minutes here in half number 1. As he looks down low, cutting to the glass is Bunting. We'll have a whistle on the floor is the foul. And we'll take a timeout. 15:29 to go here in the first half of the score. HBU 12 and Fordham 5. You're listening to HBU Huskies men's basketball here on the DNA Husky Sports Network.
I'm Robin.
And I'm Chris.
We're the brothers behind Firehouse Subs.
Back when we were firemen, when it came to food, we said it better be something good and a lot of it.
That's what you get at Firehouse Subs. Take our hook and ladder sub. Smoked turkey breast, Virginia honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese, all steam heated and piled high on a toasted sub roll.
Our way beats their way. If you don't agree, it's free.
You're going to cover that, right?
My money's on the sub.
Love the confidence.
Firehouse Sub, founded by firemen.
4 Points by Sheraton. Always a great stay. Everything you need. Plus extras you love. All for a great rate. Over 150 hotels around the world. Travel the way you like. Check us out at 4 Points.
24 hours of marinating and not a word about its flavor. It credits that terrifically tangy sauce. And the cane sauce? Well, it's okay with that. But a premium, fresh, never-ever frozen tenderloin, hand-battered and cooked to order? Doesn't exactly need to brag now, does it? Same for the crinkle-cut fries. Center cut from the longest potatoes Idaho has to offer and added to every meal. You know, just because you have bragging rights doesn't mean you have to use them. Raising Cane's.
Coming out of the timeout, Huskies with an early 12-5 lead here in the home opener at Sharp Gymnasium. Inbound will come on the baseline for Fordham as they look to get in. Oh, a nice alley-oop. As Chuaba Ohams coming in off the bench gets the slam home out of the immediate timeout. A 12-7 Huskies lead. And a whistle on the court. And that'll be a foul against Ohams, his first personal, the fourth team foul for Fordham. Huskies early on, 5 of 9 from the field. Fordham 2 of 5 before that slam from Ohams. And they finally get the shot clock down to 20. Inbounds will come from the Huskies. They do get it in the corner to Lynch Daniels. Out in the corner, give it to Hart. Left wing, looking to hand it off. Not there. Hart driving, shot clock under 10. We'll have a whistle and a travel against the big man. Nice defense right there for the Rams on the first possession out of the timeout. We'll go over to the Rams. Full court press coming on from the Huskies. To play some tight D so far. Talked to Coach Stephen Key before this ball game. D was on part early on Wednesday at Arizona. The Huskies only trailed by 9 at the half. As Ohams will drive off the glass, won't get it to go. Looking to get his own offensive rebound, will not get it. As DeBose will bring it down. The Huskies will have it in transition. Lynch Daniels on the right wing, looking inside. A whistle and an offensive foul will be called against Hart. That'll be his first personal, third team foul against the Huskies. Each team early on, a little bit of foul trouble, not too much. As at the 14:39 mark, Huskies in front, 12-7. Antoine Portley, junior from Lancaster, Texas, has the dribble, almost lost it out of bounds. We'll have it on the right wing, look to drive, nice defense by DuBose. Here comes Ohams with the drive. Off the glass, no good. Rebound by DuBose. In transition, we'll get it. Here comes a three from the far side. He'll get it to go. That's a three-pointer. Jackson Stint, a junior from New Zealand, checking in the ball game for the first time this evening. Knocks down the triple. And the Huskies in front by 8 at 15-7. Cobb will have the basketball in the game for the first time. He'll get the floater to go. A freshman from Atlanta, Georgia. Huskies hustling all the way down the court. Lynch Daniels down low to Hart. Off the glass, they're going to call a charge against Lynch Daniels. That'll be the 4th team foul against HBU. As Braxton Bonds will check in, as well as Benjamin Uloko. As Hart and Lynch Daniels will take a breather. Checking in for Fordham will be David Pickerick. With the dribble will be Jalen Cobb. Top of the key will drive. Oh, almost a couple more steps and allowed, and a whistle as he went to go get his own rebound. Looks like we'll have 2 shots upcoming. The foul will go against Bonds. His first personal, or excuse me, his second team or personal foul, 5th team foul for HBU. Jalen Cobb at the free throw line. First shot from Cobb will go.
Would you please for the game for the Rams, number 3, in the game for your Huskies, number 13, Quan Murphy.
Quan Murphy will check in for the Huskies along, looks like Nick Honor back in for Fordham as Cobb cuts the lead to 5. Cobb 8 points in the first game of the season for Fordham. Everything wiped up on the court. Back to action now as Cobb looking to make both free throws here. Shot on the way is good. Another sub coming in the game. Onyai Osai will check in. 15-11, Huskies in front. 13:34 to go here in this first half. As Quan Murphy will have it up top. To Loco. He'll drive and a whistle, and a reach-in foul will be called against Fordham. It'll be Aisi with the foul, his first personal. Inbound will come from the near side from the Huskies as Asuji in the game as well. He'll drive, dish out in the corner. Thought about the 3 at first was Quan. And the shot off the mark, no good. Here comes Fordham in transition. OCG almost got the takeaway. Cross-court pass, a 3 is up and good. Draining it is Ty Perry. Freshman from Boston, Mass. Cuts the Husky lead to 1 at 15-14, under 13 minutes to go here in this first half of play. OCG will drive, and he will have it swatted away as Aisi will get the big block. Jalen Gates will check in for the first time this evening for HBU, the leading scorer from the Arizona game on Wednesday. As he knocked in a team-high 15. And now will come to Murphy. At the half-court line, 10 on the shot clock. Dribbling to his right, looking for the screen, still has it down to 6, down to 5, looking inside, bad pass is kept, a 3 is up, good! Benjamin Uloko. A huge 3-pointer just as the shot clock was running down, and the Huskies extend the lead back to 4. They're approaching the 12-minute mark here in the first half. Honor with the dribble. Being guarded by Gates. Aisi with it, knocked away. Nice defense right there from Quan Murphy, the freshman from Cornelius, North Carolina. 14 on the shot clock as Fordham will have the inbound here on the near side of the court. And a delay here in this contest as Coach Jeff Neubauer wanted an explanation from the official. Again, it looks like we have another clock issue. Looks like on the shot clock. So they'll put it back at 15. We'll have a sub coming in. As Chuoba Ohams will come back in. As Aisi will check out. 15 on the clock. Ohams will drive, or excuse me, dish to the drive, as that was A missed opportunity right there by Pacharkrik. Here comes HBU in transition. A floater inside. We'll get it to fall. As Stephen Osiji with the 2 gets it. A 6-point lead for the Huskies at 20-14. Cross-court pass to Cobb. We'll have the dribble looking from the screen for Mohams. Goes to the handle with it, and a turnover by Gates. All the way to the hole. We have a whistle and a blocking foul, and 2 shots are upcoming for the Huskies. When we come back from timeout, 11:36 to go. First half with the score, HBU 20 and Fordham 14. This is the Huskies men's basketball here on the Husky DNA Sports Network.
Everybody said that I could be a barrel and a rodeo on TV. Even then, they'd ask me. I said, I've got other plans. Yeah, I'm a garbage can along the highway side. I'm here to help you understand. If you're gonna drive in Texas, you gotta throw your trash in the can. Hey, this is Jack Anger. Remember, don't mess with Texas.
Brought to you by the Texas Department of Transportation.
Your heart sounds good, Daddy.
Regular checkups are good for many things.
No tumors. Uh-oh. Your colon sounds funny.
But they can't detect everything. At the Memorial Hermann Wellness Institute, get a full body scan, heart scan, or virtual colonoscopy to help you find problems early enough to do something about them.
I'm glad you're okay, Daddy.
Schedule your scan today. Call 713-222-CARE. Memorial Hermann, for your whole life.
4 Points by Sheraton. Always a great stay. Everything you need. Plus extras you love. All for a great rate. Over 150 hotels around the world. Travel the way you like. Check us out at 4points.com.
Jason is back with you here from Sharp Gym. 11:36 to go here in the first half. Huskies in front, 22-14 over Fordham. Leading score for the Huskies so far in this first half is Braxton Bonds with 6 points. As will be Jalen Gates at the line for 2. That one will rim in and out. No good. As he was fouled right before the media timeout. Gates, the junior from San Antonio, Texas, will get 1 out of 2. Extend the lead to 7 for HBU, 21-14. Huskies shooting 8 out of 14 here in this opening half. Fordham at a 5-11 field goal percentage so far at 45.5%. Ohams will drive off the glass, no good. Gets his own rebound, loose ball, and will put it back up. No good, but a whistle and 2 shots upcoming. That foul will go against Benjamin Aloku. His first personal, team 6. So the next foul will put each team at the free throw line for a 1-and-1. Freshman Ohams will knock it down.
Your attention, please, over game here. Huskies number 0, Ian DuBose.
As Ian DuBose will check in, as Stephen Osiji will check out. Ohams from the Bronx, New York. Knocks down both. Now with 4 points in the ball game.
And early game for the Rams, number 21, Jesse Bunting.
Jesse Bunting will check in for the Rams. Huskies in front, 21-16. Murphy will dish it off to Stent, back at the top key to Gates. Finding DuBose at the foul line, and we'll have a traveling violation called on the turn right there for Ian DuBose. And a turnover for the Huskies. Be the 7th turnover for HBU here in this first half. 3 so far for Fordham. It'll be Portley with the dribble up the court. Being guarded by DuBose closely. Pickerick in the game as well now for Fordham. Bunting down low, trying to stick his head down low. against Uloko. He'll get it to fall. The first points of the game for Bunting cuts the lead 21-18 for HBU. Top of the key with it is Murphy. His shot will go in, what they will call a charge against Murphy as Bunting draws it. It'll be the 7th team foul against the Huskies. Huskies will stick with the full court press here against the Rams. The inbounder will be Portley. On the ball was DeBose. The Huskies will slack off just a little bit. We'll get it tight going here in the backcourt. Murphy will be draped on Portley. Approach the 10-minute mark here in this first half. Huskies in front by 4. Shooting threes. Dish down low to Bunting, going to the hoop, no good. Nice defense right there from the Huskies. With it in transition is Quan Murphy inside, dishing it off to Uloko. I'm going to say it touched off a Rams defender. 19 will stay on the shot clock. So we'll have it inbounding right in front of the student section here to our right. Sharp Jim. Inbound will come from Murphy. Looking inside, still looking, just beats the time. Inside gets it to Uloko. Nice job will drive. We'll have a whistle and another charge drawn by the Rams. Foul will go against Benjamin Uloko. That'll be his 2nd personal foul and the 18th foul against HBU. Subs will be coming into the ball game. Evan Rott will check back in. Huskies will stick with the full court press. Portley will inbound it here to Perry. Huskies have played some pretty good D so far here in this first half of play. Keeping Fordham under 20, under the 10-minute mark. As Cobb will try to dribble through the defense. Portley with the left wing. 13 on the shot clock. That with a double team now as Hart meets DeBose, looking down low, wide open, Bunting, and he will throw down the slam for Fordham. He now has 4, and it's a 1-point Huskies lead. Murphy with the slow dribble up the court. He finds Jalen Gates with it. Top the key, Hart will dribble down low, and he will throw it away in traffic. As Rott will come up with the turnover. Portley will throw that into the Huskies bench, so back-to-back turnovers by each team. It was like Portley decided he didn't want to throw that ball about halfway through his motion. Philip McKenzie will check into the ball game for Jackson Stent. And Nick Honor will check back in for Jalen Cobb. Gates will have the dribble. Dish off to McKenzie. Swing up to the top of the key to Hart. Looking to hand it off to DeBose. DeBose with the shot, no good. Loose ball. Be corralled in by Ivan Rout for Fordham. Chance to take the lead for the Rams as Portland will go all the way to the hoop. No good. Gates will come down with a rebound. 6-foot junior with a tough rebound as Huskies will get something going here on the offensive side. Hart, turnaround shot, no good with the left hand. We'll have a whistle, a jump ball, and it will go to Fordham. Subs coming into the ball game. Ty Dalton will come in for the Huskies. And Chris Austin back in for the Fordham Rams. 8:28 to go here in this first half. 1-point Huskies lead. Honor will get the inbound. Gates will slag up a little bit on the defensive side. Dish off to Chris Austin. Taking the handoff to Honor. 15 on the shot clock. Good defense right here by HBU. DeBose guarding Portley. Portley will drive, shot up, just barely draws iron. Bunting with the offensive rebound. He will kiss it off the glass for 2. Jesse Bunting now with 6 in the Rams from Fordham will take a 1-point advantage at 22-21. DeBose will drive, dishes it out. McKenzie back over to Dalton, who have it knocked away. And a loose ball will be last touch into the Fordham bench by HBU. And a timeout on the court. 7:42 to go here in the first half with the score Fordham 22 and your HBU Huskies 21. You're listening to HBU Huskies men's basketball here on the Husky Sports Network.
The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers in Houston believe keeping America's families strong is vital. We believe Houston competes in a global economy, so we must construct buildings to last. We believe training for 10,000 hours counts for something. Most important, we believe in each other. We don't know what the competition believes, and most times, neither do you. To be the best, hire the best.
The time is now to hire IBEW electricians.
What's it mean for the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 716, to send someone to your job site? It means electricians that pass basic trigonometry, calculus, or algebra are sent to your job site. It means electricians familiar with OSHA compliance are sent to your job site. It means IBEW electricians made a conscious decision to improve their life and the lives of others. What does it mean? It means everything. To be the best, hire the best.
The time is now to hire IBEW.
And we welcome you back to Sharp Gymnasium. Chase Rand is filling in for Lonnie King this evening. 7:42 here in this first half of play with the Huskies now trailing Fordham 22-21. As we come out of the media timeout, turnover by HBU as the Rams will inbound it right in front of their bench to our right. It'll be Antoine Portley, the junior from Lancaster, Texas, with the inbound. Nick Honor will bring it up from the Rams. Guarded by Jalen Gates. Bischoff over to Ivan Rout. Back to the top of the key to Ohams. And a whistle and a travel will be called against Chuba Ohams. And it'll go right back to HBU. The Huskies will look to close out this half strong. Played very well so far in this opening half. A little cold on the offensive side so far. Out of the last media timeout, should say, and a whistle. And we'll have a foul against Fordham. They'll go against Ohams. It'll be his second personal, the 17th foul, and the Huskies will be at the line for a 1-and-1. Jalen Gates will be at the line. There's 1 out of 2 so far at the foul line this evening. Gates 19 minutes at Arizona the other night. Knocks down the first free throw. There's 4 out of 6 from the line against the Wildcats. As I said, led the Huskies in scoring with 15. There's 3 out of 9 for the three-point line. 4 from 11 for the field. Knocks down both. And the Huskies back in front by a point at 23-22. Honor will have the dribble. Gets it across the timeline. Being met with a double team. Gets through it. It was Gates guarding him closely. Dish off to Rout on the right side. Cross-court pass in the corner. Thought about the three. It was Austin Hill. Drive. Dish out. Corner three from Rout. Up. Good. Nothing but the bottom of the net from Ivan Rout. Sophomore from Montenegro. Knocks down his first basket of the ball game. And the Rams back up by 2. In transition, here comes McKenzie off the glass. Doesn't get it to roll. And it'll be a rebound brought down by Portley. Portley will pull up a 3 left wing. That's good. Back-to-back threes on the offensive side for Fordham. It'll be Portley's first basket of the ball game and the biggest lead of the game for the Rams. Now at 5, 28-23. Hard at the top of the key. Will hand it off, or did not hand it off to Gates. Was looking for it. Still looking for it, not there. Finally gives it off to DeBose. DeBose looking for the screen. Now met with the double team. Got to get rid of it. Just beats the clock. It's down to Hart inside the paint. He'll put it up off the glass. No good. Loose ball picked up by Gates. In through the traffic right there is McKenzie. But they should back off the Gates on the right wing. Looking to drive. Cross-court pass will be stolen away by Chris Austin. Now Portley will have the dribble. Under 6 minutes to play near the 5:30 mark in this first half. Corner pass to Austin. He'll drive with the left hand, pull up. Doesn't have the shot and a whistle and a travel called against Fordham. CG will check back in for the Huskies. 5:29 left to play in the first half. 5-point lead for the Rams as Hart will check out of the ball game. And back in will be Jackson Stint. CG will have the dribble. Dish off to DeBose. Guarded by Austin. Top of the key to Stint. Looking inside, didn't have anything. DeBose with it, looking inside to Stint. Nice pass, nice fake, puts it off the glass. Doesn't get it to go, but we'll have 2 foul shots upcoming for HBU. With the 8th team foul against Fordham. Jackson Stint, 16 minutes against the Wildcats Wednesday night. He knocks down the first free throw, had 3 points in the ball game. Was 1 of 3 from the three-point line, 0 of 2 from the foul line. Now at 4 this evening. Stint tonight. Knocked down a 3, now with 2 at the foul line, has 5, cut the deficit to 3 from Fordham as we approach the 5-minute mark in the first half. And a whistle from the official. And official's timeout, back to action as the inbound will come from the Rams in the backcourt. Honor will have the dribble, being guarded by OCG. And on the far side, give it to Cobb. Looking inside to Bunning, turnaround shot off the glass. Will rim out, no good. Huskies got the home roll. The whistle will be off of a Husky defender. Will stay on the baseline for the Rams. A late sub will come in. Chuba Ohams will come back in. This route will check out. Practically a new shot clock for Fordham as they get the inbounds to Ohams. Top of the key to Honor. Deep 3 up, good. Nick Honor, his second three-pointer of the night. As the Huskies will come up with the 3 up, good. Matching it is Steven OCG. 5 points for OCG. Answers the 3 from Fordham, cuts the lead to 3 for the Rams as we're under 4:30 to go here in the first half. Ohams with it, being guarded by Stint. A whistle and an offensive foul will be called against Bunting, and that'll be the second foul against the senior from Plymouth, Massachusetts. Antoine Portley will check back in. He's looking to either cut it to 1 or tie it here on this possession. So CG has it with the dribble. Will come out with it. 120 on the shot clock, still plenty of time. His shot is up, and they're going to call a foul. And we'll have 2 shots upcoming for OCG. They'll go against Jalen Cobb, his first personal. At the line is Stephen OCG, the senior from Houston, Texas. 18 minutes logged against the Wildcats Wednesday. He gets the first free throw to go. 2 points in the ball game for OCG. Was 1 of 5 from the field. 6 points early on this evening. And that one will rim out no good. Doesn't get the favorable roll. cuts the deficit to 2. 31-29 in favor of Fordham. Portley with the dribble, picks it up, looking to hand it off, just does to Ohams. Nice defense by the Huskies, looking to cause some havoc on the defensive side. He'll dish it out to Austin. Cross-court pass with it. 8 on the shot clock, a little floater inside, no good. Bringing down the rebound is McKenzie. In transition with it is the Huskies. DuBose with it, he'll drive off the glass, good! And an and-one opportunity coming up for Ian DuBose when we come out of the media timeout. 3:30 to go here in the first half from Sharp Gym with the score. Your HBU Huskies 31 and the Fordham Rams 31. You listen to HBU Huskies men's basketball here on the DNA Husky Sports Network.
I didn't believe I could do it. The weight seemed too heavy. My competitors were too fast. I lacked motivation, and then I found the Hulk t-shirt. I transformed myself and believed that I could conquer the competition. Now everybody takes me serious because I demand them to. If I can do it, you can do it. Under Armour Alter Ego. Transform yourself.
This is Ron Cottrell. You're listening to Huskies basketball on the DNA Husky Sports Network.
At Holiday Inn Express, we can't guarantee that you'll be able to contain yourself at our breakfast bar.
Want an egg white omelet? Sup, Lady Bacon? Fruit? There it is.
But we can guarantee that you'll get the best price when you book with us.
Holiday Inn Express. Be the readiest.
International Brotherhood of Electric Workers, Local 716 in Houston, get up for work each day because we believe building schools to code matters. Because building Houston's hospitals correctly saves lives. Because training for 10,000 hours makes a difference. That's why we get up, because we want to make a difference. To be the best, hire the best.
IBEW, where skill and value lock arms. The time is now to hire IBEW electricians.
Back here from Sharp Gym, Chase Hernandez with you. Huskies and the Rams from Fordham, deadlock 31-31 as we come out of the media timeout. At the free throw line will be Ian DuBose looking to complete the and one, and that one will rim out no good, but a whistle on the court. And a foul will go against Fordham. I believe that will be Bunting, and we'll have another 1-and-1 opportunity upcoming. Actually, we're going to have a two-shot attempt coming up for Stent, as that is now the 10th team foul against Fordham. It'll be the second foul against Bunting. He has 6 points on the evening. And Stent will be at the free throw line for 2. This is the first one. Stent with 2 foul shots already made so far this evening. 5 points in the ball game. And he misses both of them. It's an opportunity miss at the foul line for HBU. Antoine Portley will have the dribble for the Rams. Approaching the 3-minute mark to go here in the first half of play. Portley thought about the 3, now will pull up, shot up, and rims off, no good. Bunting with the offensive board, turnaround shot is no good, but he will go to the line for 2. As Edward Hart will draw the foul. That'll be his second personal and the 19th foul against the Huskies. Here is Bunting. 3 of 4 from the field so far this evening. Hits the back iron, no good. Has 6 points. Those subs coming in. Evan Rout will check back in. Looks like Quan Murphy will get ready to check in for HBU as well. Second shot upcoming is good. As Bunting knocks that down. Stent will check out. 3:08 now remaining here in the first half. Back to a 1-point advantage for Fordham. As Stephen Osigi will have the basketball. Now with it will be DuBose. Swings it over to the right side to Osigi, looking inside, doesn't have anything, almost a 5 count, just breaks it. 11 on the shot clock for the Huskies. Driving is Murphy. He'll go up with it. He is fouled, and he will have 2 upcoming as the foul looks like it will be against Onya Oisi. That's going to be his 3rd personal. Huskies already in the double bonus, as Murphy will go to the line for 2. First shot up good for Murphy. His first point of the ball game. Quan with 10 minutes played against the Wildcats. Did not record any points. Did come down with 2 rebounds in the contest against the team from the Pac-12. And back iron no good. And the score will remain tied at 32-32. As Fordham will have the basketball, Portley with the dribble. Looking inside, deflected, and a turnover for the Huskies. As Hart will get credit with the steal, now looking for it. A 3 in the corner, up, nothing. Drawn right there for Quan Murphy. Last touch by the Huskies as it will go out of bounds, and it'll stick with Fordham. Jalen Cobb will have the dribble. Get the screen on the far side from Aisi. Portley thought about the 3. Now a 3 from the corner is Perry. He drains it. Ty Perry, his second 3 ball of the ball game. Gives the Rams back a 3-point advantage. 35-32, under 2 minutes to play. DeBose with it, dishes it out. Murphy thought about the 3, cross-court pass, just saving it. Going out of bounds was Osiji. A whistle, and 2 shots upcoming for the Huskies. As that foul will go against Jalen Cobb. And that's going to be Cobb's 3rd personal. Six points on the evening for the senior from Houston, Osiji. Gets the first one. 35-33. He will look to cut the lead to 1 here. Hits them both. And the sub will come into the game for Fordham. As Lazar Skorik will check in for the Rams. As Huskies will put on the full court press once again. Trying to disrupt the rhythm for Fordham. They've done a pretty good job in this first half against this offense for the Rams. Scored over 100 in their first game. Long 3 up, good. That is Ty Perry, his 3rd 3 of the ball game, and a timeout called by HBU with 1:28 to go in this first half of play. They're going to say Fordham called the timeout. So 1:28 to go. Now a 4-point lead for the Rams, a 30-second timeout called. As Ty Perry, the freshman from Boston, draining his 3rd 3-pointer of this opening half. We come out of the timeout. He's in the double bonus. Fordham, 1 more foul. They'll be in the double bonus remaining part of the first half of play. With the dribble will be OCG. Now with it is the sophomore from Durham in DeBose. Looking for the screen from Hart. Now still with it. Pass to his left to Jalen Gates. Looking inside to Hart. He's met with the double team. And he just gets it off wide open. DeBose will throw it down with the jam with the right hand. He now has 4 under a minute to go. In the first half, Huskies trail 38-36. Portley with the basketball. In the corner, a 3 up, good. That is Ty Perry, who is feeling it behind the 3-point arc, as he now has 12. Timeout called by the Huskies with 45.9 seconds remaining in the first half of play. So the Huskies looking to get the momentum on their side after that jam from DeBose. And getting it right back on their side after another three from the freshman Perry. As the lead is now 5 for Fordham, 41-36. As you take a look at some of the stats, Huskies shooting 50% from the field. Fordham at 42.1%. Each team at 4 offensive rebounds, 7 defensive for the Huskies, 4 on the defensive end for Fordham. Huskies, though, with 10 turnovers in the first half to Fordham's 5, the biggest difference so far in this first half of play. CG will have the dribble up top to Hart. Looking inside, didn't have it. Now Gates with it, top of the key. He'll shoot a three. It's up, off the rim, no good. And Portley comes down with the rebound, and now Fordham can play for the final shot of the first half as the shot clock is off. This will be Antoine Portley, the Texan, with the dribble for the Rams. And guarded closely by DeBose. Clock down to 11, now 10. As Coach Neubauer will signal to go for Portley. Clock down to 4, down to 3, 2, down to 1. Turnaround shot up, and I believe that's going to be partially blocked by Murphy, and that ends the first half of play here from Sharp Gym on the campus of Houston Baptist University with the score, the Fordham Rams 41 and the HBU Huskies 36. We will come back, have some stats from the first half, and recap everything here for you here on the DNA Huskies Sports Network. As you're watching HBU Huskies basketball this evening, glad you're joining us here from Sharp Gym. 41-36 to score at halftime. Fordham in front. We'll be back in just a moment here on the DNA Huskies Sports Network.
Going to school at Houston Baptist University was an excellent choice. And as the official credit union of HBU, Houston Federal Credit Union is focused on helping you to continue to make great choices. HFCU will meet all your financial needs by providing the personal attention and variety of services you deserve. Stop by any of our convenient locations or visit our website, www.houstonfcu.org, and experience the credit union difference today. Dogs up.
At Shipley Donuts, we make our donuts from scratch every single day. Nothing trucked in, frozen. And we are Texas born and raised since 1936. Not like those other guys. Shipley Donuts.
Box combo with the lemonade, please.
At Raising Cane's, we do one thing, and we do it better than anyone else. So why not let our food do the talking? We hand cut our lemons daily. They're fresh squeezed and mixed with 100% natural cane sugar. Love in the window. Raising Cane's, only the best chicken finger meals. One love.
You can always count on Houston Federal Credit Union to be there for you, because once a member, always a member. Take advantage of all their products and services to help you in all your financial milestones, such as purchasing your first car, planning your dream wedding, buying a home, and planning for retirement. Stop by any of their convenient locations or visit their website, www.houstonfcu.org, and experience the credit union difference today. Dogs up.
Run with UA Map My Run. With your UA connected footwear, you can leave your phone behind. However, if you choose to run with it, the UA Map My Run app will give map views of your route and a deeper look at your workout with additional stats.
We are Under Armour. The future is ours!
Under Armour.
Recording artist Kevin Fowler.
Oh, I love the sound of fast boats racing, rooster tails are flying high. Love to hear all my riding friends rocking, howling at the full moonlight. Love to see those fireflies buzzing, lighting up the southern sky. Yeah, I'm a hell-bent 100% Texan till I die. Like lots of 100% Texans, I love having a good time on the water. But remember, nobody's waterproof. Play it safe. Wear a life jacket and designate a driver for the boat and for a safe ride home. Follow these tips and there'll be a lot more days for you to play in this great state of Texas. Nobody's waterproof, yeah, that's a helmet truth, and you know it ain't no lie.
Sponsored by Texas Parks and Wildlife.
Firehouse Subs was founded by 2 firefighters over 20 years ago. And once a firefighter, always a firefighter. So they've seen to it that a portion of your purchase at all U.S. Firehouse Subs locations now goes toward providing life-saving equipment for first responders. And one more thing, they make awesome subs.
Now get any of our 10 specialty subs in a new small size, each under 500 calories. Big flavor, small subs, starting at $3.99. Firehouse Subs, founded by firemen.
What's on your mind, kid? Make it fast.
I'd like to work here at Jimmy John's, world's greatest gourmet sandwich shop, sir.
Why do you want to work at Jimmy John's, kid?
I'm perfect for Jimmy John's.
Doing what?
Delivery.
Delivery?
Delivery.
We deliver pretty fast here at Jimmy John's.
That's what I heard.
What'd you hear?
You deliver pretty fast here at Jimmy John's.
Then you heard right.
I'm a fast study, sir.
You know the Jim John's slogan?
The Jimmy John's slogan?
Jim John's slogan is sub so fast you'll freak.
Sub so fast you'll freak is a swell slogan, sir.
When people call for a Jimmy John's sandwich, they want it fast.
Then I'm your man, sir.
How so?
Because I'm fast.
Fast at what?
Fast at everything.
Can you deliver fast?
I can deliver fast.
How fast?
I can run a 440 and 220.
Minutes?
No seconds.
That's fast. You deliver before?
I delivered newspapers before.
Were you fast?
Very fast.
How fast?
People got tomorrow's paper today.
That's fast.
So do I have the job?
Not so fast. How do I know you're not just some fast talker?
I can get your references.
When?
Now.
These are good references.
Thank you.
But at Jimmy John's, you gotta be more than fast.
More than fast.
You gotta be polite.
Fast and polite.
Fast and polite.
I can do fast and polite.
Okay, give me some time to think it over.
Okay.
Okay, I've thought it over. When can you start?
Now.
Now's good. What's your name, kid?
Stefan Avalopoulos.
Too long. How about Ed?
That's fine.
Welcome aboard, Ed.
Jimmy John's Subs, an official sponsor of HBU Athletics.
Jason Rennie is back with you here at halftime from Sharp Gym with the score, the Fordham Rams 41 and your HBU Huskies 36. Some stats from the opening half for your HBU Huskies. As you take a look at some of the stats, field goal percentage 47.8% from the field. From the free throw line, the Huskies shooting 62.5%. And behind the three-point line, shooting 57%. Brought down 5 offensive boards and 9 on the defensive side. 11 turnovers so far, though, for HBU. They do have 7 assists, 5 steals, 1 block. For Fordham, shooting 48.3% overall from the field, 83% from the foul line, and 72% behind the three-point line, as they've been red hot in this first half of play. Offensive boards 6, 10 defensive rebounds for the Rams. That they turn it over 9 times, have had 11 assists, 3 steals, and 2 blocks in the first half of play. HBU 11 of 23 from the field, 4 of 7 behind the three-point line, and 10 of 16 from the foul line. Fordham at 14 out of 29 from the field, 8 of 11 behind the three-point line, and 5 of 6 from the foul line in that first half of play. The biggest lead, HBU had an 8-point lead in the opening half. Fordham stretched it out to 6 as they lead it by 5 here at halftime. 4 lead changes so far in the ball game and 3 ties. As we'll take a look at some individual stats so far. Leading scorer for your HBU Huskies is Stephen Osiji with 8 points, 3 of 4 from the foul line. Also in the ball game, it will be Braxton Bonds with 6 points. Was hot early on in that first half and then kind of quieted down a little bit to end the first half of play. Jackson Stint has chipped in with 5 as well. And DeBose with 4. And Benjamin Oloko with 3 as well. Jalen Gates has brought in 3 for the Huskies. And for Fordham, their leading scorer will be Ty Perry with 12 points. He is 4 of 4 by the three-point line. He has just thrown in some daggers in the first half for the Rams. And Jesse Bunning has brought in 7. Nick Garner with 6 in the ball game. Jalen Cobb and Joba Oham each with 4. And Chris Austin has 2 in the ball game as well for the Rams. First home game of the season here for your HBU Huskies, taking on Fordham from the Atlantic 10 Conference. Huskies will go back on the road after tonight's ball game. And their next 2 games will be on the road starting next Saturday as they will head to Big Ten country to Madison to take on the Wisconsin Badgers. And then they'll head to the East Coast to take on the Wake Forest Demon Deacons out of the ACC. That Wisconsin game will be on the Big Ten Plus network, and the Wake Forest game will be on the ACC Network Extra channel. Next home game for HBU will be back here at Sharp on the 26th of November as they take on the Roadrunners of UTSA before they hit the road for back-to-back games against Louisiana Tech and Texas State. As the Huskies will be back at action in December to take on Arlington Baptist before hitting the road against Samford and the Miami Hurricanes before closing out the 2018 calendar year back home against Dallas Christian on December the 29th. So we'll take a break, come back, and have the start of the second half of play from Sharp Gym. Fordham in front of your HBU Huskies, 41-36 at the halftime break. You are watching HBU Huskies basketball here on the DNA Huskies Sports Network. Back with more from Sharp Gym in just a moment.
You're listening to the Husky Sports Network, powered by DNA Studios.
Tammy and I have been going.
4 Points by Sheraton. Always a great stay. Everything you need. Plus extras you love. All for a great rate. Over 150 hotels around the world. Travel the way you like. Check us out at 4points.com.
The body is incredibly powerful. It's so nimble and fluid, but sometimes we push it too far. That's when you need the strength of Memorial Hermann and our body of affiliated orthopedic specialists. With our renowned Ironman Sports Medicine Institute, they not only get your body back to where it was, they get it to go further. It's what makes us more than just hospitals. We are a body of experts. Memorial Hermann, advancing health.
You're listening to the Husky Sports Network, powered by DNA Studios.
Firehouse Subs was founded by 2 firefighters over 20 years ago. And once a firefighter, always a firefighter. So they've seen to it that a portion of your purchase at all U.S. Firehouse Subs locations now goes toward providing life-saving equipment for first responders. And one more thing, they make awesome subs.
Now get any of our 10 specialty subs in a new small size, each under 500 calories. Big flavor, small subs, starting at $3.99. Firehouse Subs, founded by firemen.
Box combo with the lemonade, please.
At Raising Cane's, we do one thing, and we do it better than anyone else. So why not let our food do the talking? We hand cut our lemons daily. They're fresh squeezed and mixed with 100% natural cane sugar. Love in the window. Raising Cane's, only the best chicken finger meals. One love.
You're listening to the Husky Sports Network, powered by DNA Studios.
Hi, I'm Ron Cottrell. Thanks for listening to HBU Basketball on the DNA Husky Sports Network.
Do you know how fast you were going, son?
Call me Ed.
Do you know how fast you were going, Ed?
You mean exactly?
Yes, exactly.
No, not exactly. How fast?
Fast.
Faster?
You were going very fast.
Fast is my job, officer.
Fast is your job?
Yes, sir.
What kind of job?
I deliver, sir.
What do you deliver?
The world's greatest gourmet sandwiches.
I thought Jimmy John's had the world's greatest gourmet sandwiches.
Jimmy John's does have the world's greatest gourmet sandwiches.
So you deliver for Jimmy John's?
I deliver for Jimmy John's.
So do you always deliver fast?
I always deliver fast.
How fast?
I deliver subs so fast you freak.
It's not smart to freak a cop, son.
You didn't order Jimmy John's sub, sir.
So if I did order a Jimmy John's sub, when would I get it?
Now.
What if I don't want it now?
Then call later.
Or I could pick it up myself.
Or you can pick it up yourself.
Because I'm pretty fast, too.
I'm sure you are, sir.
Very fast.
I believe you, sir.
Faster than you.
No way, sir.
Way faster.
In your dreams.
You're dissing me, son.
No, sir, I'm polite.
Fast and polite?
Very polite and very, very fast.
Is that a challenge, son?
No, sir, it's a fact.
Let's burn rubber, kid.
It wouldn't be fair.
Why not?
You've got a fully blown V8 Camaro with slicks and headers.
So?
I've got a 10-speed bike.
I'll let you off with a warning.
Jimmy John's Subs, an official sponsor of HBU Athletics.
This is Ron Cottrell. You're listening to Huskies Basketball on the DNA Husky Sports Network. Hi, this is Ron Cottrell, head coach of the HBU Huskies. Thanks for listening to Huskies Basketball on the DNA Husky Sports Network.
What's it mean for the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 716, to send someone to your job site? It means electricians that pass basic trigonometry, calculus, or algebra are sent to your job site. It means electricians familiar with OSHA compliance are sent to your job site. It means IBW electricians made a conscious decision to improve their life and the lives of others. What does it mean? It means everything. To be the best, hire the best.
The time is now to hire IBEW.
This is HBU Huskies women's basketball on the DNA.
International Brotherhood.
Houston Federal Credit Union and Houston Baptist University have joined forces to put the howl back in your finances. HFCU offers several products and services such as auto loans, mortgages, and credit cards. And HFCU has a financial education program, Elevate, which is tailored to helping you increase your financial knowledge. Stop by any of our convenient locations or visit our website, www.houstonfcu.org, and experience the credit union difference today. Dogs up.
Back with you from Sharp Gymnasium. Chase Hernandez with you. Mario and Jay Rivera, our producer this evening, as we get ready for the second half of play. As your HBU Huskies trail the Fordham Rams out of the Atlantic 10 Conference, 41-36. As Huskies will come out to the court, it'll be Lynch Daniels, Hart, Bonds, McKenzie, and Dubose, the starting five out on the court for the Huskies to start the second half. As we wait for Fordham to break their huddle, as we have 10 seconds left on the clock. Home opener this evening here from Sharp Gym. Huskies at 0-1 on the season. Fordham with a 1-0 record after a 106-58 victory over Division III City College of New York. As we get ready for the start of the second half, of the Huskies ball. It'll be the original starting five for Fordham will be Honor, Austin, Portley, Rott, and Bunting on the court for the Rams. Each team switch sides. Huskies will go right to left. As we look to not have any technical issues to start this second half. And we are underway as Braxton Bonds will have the dribble and a whistle already. And I guess I jinxed it as we didn't get the shot clock going. Always an announcer's jinx, no matter what. You mentioned something, and it's bound to happen. As 3 seconds will be taken off, as Lynch Daniels will get it into Bonds. Bonds dish it off to DeBose, top of the key to Hart. Looking inside, didn't have it, now kicks it out to Bonds, looking inside to Hart, with it on the right block. Looking inside with it, turnaround shot, pushes it, no good. It's going to hit off the back of the head of Bunting. And go out of bounds, it'll stick with the Huskies. As they'll have a fresh shot clock. As Bonds will get the inbound. Top of the key with it is Dubose. We'll look to hand it off to Bonds. Senior from Tennessee with it. He'll shoot a wide open three, and he airballs that one. Bonds with 6 points. Early on in the first half was pretty quiet to end the half for HBU. As Fordham now will get it, as the Huskies will put on the full court pressure. Looking to put together two complete halves is HBU. They got away from them early Wednesday in Tucson against the Wildcats of Arizona. Portley will have it. He'll drive, kick out. Rout will kick it out outside. 9 on the shot clock. Here comes a three. Front iron, no good. Loose ball. Will be picked up by Honor. He'll pick it up, shoot a three, drains it. As Nick Honor, his third three-pointer of the ball game, extends the lead, the largest lead of the ball game for the Rams at 44-36. Lynch Daniels with it. Top of the key, met with had a double team at first. Here's a three from the corner, up, good. Answering back is Ian DeBose. He now has 7. Huskies trail 44-39. Portley trying to match it with the three. Back iron, no good. Bonds going sky high and brings it down. In transition with it are the Huskies. Lynch Daniels thought about the three. Kicks it to DeBose left wing. He'll drive inside. A whistle and a blocking foul will be called against Fordham. be against Bunting, his third personal, first team foul of the ball game. Inbound will come. Lynch Daniels, quick shot up, good. Lynch Daniels with 5, the sophomore from Chapel Hill, North Carolina. And an 8-point lead quickly drops to 3 for Fordham. 2 minutes gone here in the second half. With it is Nick Honor, top of the key with it. Dish it over to the right side to Portley. He'll shoot a 3, back iron, no good, doesn't get the friendly roll as Bonds goes high once again for the rebound. Bonds will kick it up top of the key. DeBose looking to tie it up, good! Ian DeBose, his second three-pointer, and we'll have a whistle and an official's whistle as the Huskies will have to go back to the bench as it's now 44-44. So don't know exactly what the official's timeout was about. But the Huskies do tie it up as DuBose drains that 3. We're deadlocked at 44-44. DuBose now with 10 points in the ball game. As Nick Honor will have the dribble. Nice defense by DuBose. 16 on the shot clock. Kick it over to Portland on the right wing, being guarded by Lynch Daniels. Knocked away, stolen by the Huskies. Here comes DuBose, transition, and the jam brings back the Huskies in front by 2 as Ian DuBose with the hot hand early on in the second half. And the Huskies back 46-44. Portley with the basketball. Ooh, and he will be called for the travel as he dragged that right hand. And all the momentum right now on the HBU side. Some subs coming in. As Chuba Ohans will check back in. And Jalen Cobb will also come back in for the Rams. Bonds will have the basketball. Looking to set up the offense for the Huskies. Looking in the corner to Lynch Daniels. He thought about the 3. Looking down low to Hart. Finds his man. Turnaround shot. And that, they're going to call a block. Stays with the Huskies. Here's a 3 by DuBose. No good. Loose ball. Should have been a goaltending called. Huskies looking for it out of bounds. A lot of tussle going on that far side of the court. As Ohams will bring it out. Here comes a 3 from Fordham. They answer. And that's a 3-pointer. Guess who? Ty Perry, who's now 5 of 5 behind the 3-point line this evening. And Fordham back in front by a point, 47-46. Hard inside. He has it knocked away. The turnaround game has not worked for the big man as Portley has it. And a whistle. We'll have a travel call by Portley. And we will have a timeout on the court. 15:52 to go here in the second half with the score of Fordham 47 and your Huskies 46. You're watching HBU Huskies basketball here on the DNA Husky Sports Network.
Here's a toast to all you Caniacs. You are ever faithful aficionados of premium, fresh, never-ever frozen chicken fingers from Raising Cane's. Keen connoisseurs of Cane's crispy, extra-long, premium crinkle-cut fries. You who are dedicated to the made-fresh daily cane sauce that twirls tongues in a tastefully tangy tango. Topped off with a little slice of heaven from the goodness of the griddle. We toast you all from Raising Cane's. One love.
Your heart sounds good, Daddy.
Regular checkups are good for many things.
No tumors. Uh-oh. Your colon sounds funny.
But they can't detect everything. At the Memorial Hermann Wellness Institute, get a full body scan, heart scan, or virtual colonoscopy to help you find problems early enough to do something about them.
I'm glad you're okay, Daddy.
Schedule your scan today. Call 713-222-CARE. Memorial Hermann, for your whole life.
Well, it's been the Ian DuBose show to start the second half for the HBU Huskies as he's drained a couple of three-pointers in this second half. DuBose now with 12 points, leading the Huskies in scoring. 2 of 3 behind the three-point line for the evening, now 5 of 7 from the field. As we come out of the timeout, Huskies trailing by 1, 47-46. As it'll be HBU Huskies basketball, as Braxton Bonds will have the dribble. Dish over to Philip McKenzie back in the ball game. Looking for Lynch Daniels at the top. Didn't have him now. Still doesn't. Now Bonds will slash. Turn around inside to Hart. Nice dish off. Assist from the senior to the senior. And the Huskies back in front by a point. Hart now with 5 points in the ball game. Kick in the corner and a whistle and a charge called against Fordham, as that's going to go against Cobb. That's going to be the 4th foul against Cobb. It'll be the 2nd team foul against Fordham. Lazar Skorick will check in for Cobb, as the Huskies looking to add to their lead here. Lynch Daniels with the top of the key. Here comes a 3. It's up. Good! Guess who? Ian DeBose, his 3rd three-pointer of the second half. 51-47 Huskies in front. Almost a travel right there from Portley. Already been called for 1 in the second half, dragging that back foot. As he'll get the handoff. Looking inside. As will be Ohams with it. Looking to go down the baseline. Shot no good. Draws no iron. Here comes Lynch Daniels in transition. Nifty dribbling with it. Dish in the corner. Here comes the 3. McKenzie up. Back iron no good. Nice hustle by DeBose. Up on the glass. Good for 2. It's been the DeBose show in the second half for HBU. It's now 53-47. Huskies in front by, looks like, 6. Portley with it. Skorick will drive. Shot. Mid-range, no good. Hart comes down with a rebound. Bonds in transition. Will go with it. Quick shot up. That one rims out, no good. Now here comes Skorick with it. Ohams going hard, and he will draw the foul and get 2 shots upcoming, as the foul will go against Ian DeBose. Going to be DeBose's first personal. The first team foul against HBU. Ohams at the line. 1 of 6 from the field tonight. He's 2 of 2 from the foul line with 5 rebounds in the ball game. It looks like some mass subs fixed to come in for the Huskies. Just 2, excuse me. I thought DeBose over there was about to check in as well. First shot by Ohams, back iron, no good. His first miss from the field. Loco will check in along with Quan Murphy. Ohams 4 points so far in the ball game. Looking to make 1 out of 2, and does. Now 53-48. Route will check out. As Pekarik will check back in for the Rams as well. Down low, McKenzie on the baseline. Shot off the mark, no good. That's going to go off of HBU, as the Loco couldn't handle it. Rams will come up with it with 13:40 to go in the ball game. Huskies in front 53-48. Honor will have the dribble, being guarded by Bonds. Looking to get some offense going. And that one is going to draw a whistle, as Pekarik went up with the pass, as Bonds will be called for the reach-in foul. That's going to be the 3rd foul against Bonds. 2nd team foul against the Huskies. Inbound will come from the baseline from the freshman guard, Nick Honor. This beats the clock as McCark will go up with the three, no good, and Bonds will corral it. Lynch Daniels with it. Nifty dribbling once again behind the back. He'll go up the shot, and he'll have two upcoming at the foul line. He'll go against Skorick for Fordham, his first personal, the third team foul. Lynch Daniels at the foul line, 2 of 2 from the field this evening. Has knocked down a three-pointer, knocks down that foul shot. 3 rebounds and 3 assists this evening for Lynch Daniels. He now has 6 points. As Jackson Stint will check in for HBU. 54-48 our score. Lynch Daniels knocks down both now with 7. 55-48. Huskies in front. And a whistle. And once again, an official timeout with the shot clock. And back to action we go. Get everything situated as we honor with the dribble. Swing pass over to Portley. They'll look to drive inside. Dish it back out to Honor. Honor will pull up a 3 near the top of the key. Back iron, no good. Perry comes down with the rebound. He'll put it off the glass for 2. Ty Perry, his first 2-point basket of the ball game, cuts the Husky lead to 5. As we approach the 12:30 mark here in the second half. Lynch Daniels with it down low. Nice dish off the glass for 2. Goes Benjamin Oloko. Back to a 7-point game for the Huskies. Honor far side of the court. Looking for Perry. He's been hot behind the 3-point line. Finally misses as he hits the front iron. Good defense by the Huskies as Bonds has it in transition. Bonds looking down low inside, and a foul by Bunting. And that's going to be Bunting's fourth, so a pair of Rams in foul trouble with 4. As the Huskies will have foul shots upcoming. As Oloko will go to the line for 2. 2 of 2 from the field. As drained a 3. And just got the 2 off the glass. He has 5 total points on the ball game. Does have 1 rebound. That one will rim out. There's Jalen Cobb will check back in as Perry will come out for the Rams. Oloko looking to make 1 out of 2 from the foul line. Second attempt of the evening upcoming. And the freshman misses both. Stays a 7-point lead for the Huskies. With the dribble will be Cobb. And off to Portley. Bobby keeps the dribble, and that'll be a turnover as Lynch Daniels comes up with the steal. Huskies will look to set up the offense. They dish it over to Bonds. Now over to Jackson Stint looking inside. Didn't have anything. Lynch Daniels at the top of the key. Looking inside with a screen. Gets it. Dribble. Picks it off to Oloko. Will go inside off the glass for 2. 7 now for Oloko. Largest lead of the game for the Huskies at 9:59:50. Honor inside and a whistle. That'll be a reach-in call. And timeout will be on the court. 11:14 to go in the ball game. Huskies lead the Fordham Rams 59-50. You're watching HBU Huskies basketball on the DNA Huskies Sports Network.
At Raising Cane's, we know lots of people want the recipe for our delicious cane sauce, but we'll take the secret to our graves. You know, our founder, Todd Graves. He's the guy who figured out which blend of spices makes every drop of sauce totally tasty. Of course, it helps that our cane sauce is made fresh every single day, no matter what. And Todd's also the guy who won't spill his secret recipe. But you can dip in it all you like. Raising Cane's, one love.
If you drive around in Texas, dude, you could be a polluter, and that's just rude, but there's a way to help keep the air clean. Gotta take care of your machine. It's the one with wheels, speedometer. This message goes out to both the sexes. Take care of your car, drive clean across Texas. Keep your engine tuned, keep air in the tires, make friends with a mechanic that's a guy with pliers. Please don't speed, that pollutes to the max. Don't sit there and idle, turn it off, relax. Read the paper, meditate. Combine errands if you can, carpool. Fill up with gas after dark when it's cool. If you see some car spitting out smoke, they're messing with the air, and that's no joke. The message is simple, it shouldn't perplex us. Take care of your car, drive clean across Texas. It doesn't matter if you drive a Ford or a Lexus. Take care of your car, drive clean across Texas. Brought to you by the Texas Department of Transportation and the Texas Natural Resource Conservation Commission. Drive clean across Texas.
Coming out of the media timeout. Last foul was called on Quan Murphy, his second personal foul. 11:14 to go here in the second half. Huskies with their biggest lead of the ball game at 59-50 as they have caught on strong here in this second half of play, as Ian DeBose has been the big factor with 17 points now, matching Ty Perry for Fordham. As we come out of the timeout, and a turnover, Bonds with the steal. Dish it off, Stint, up, off the glass for two. Nifty passing right there by the senior from Nashville, Tennessee, as he gives it over to the junior from New Zealand. Lead to double digits, 61-50 the score. Huskies in front. Shot off the mark, no good. Rebound comes down to Bonds. He will look to push it again on offense. He'll go coast to coast. Will trickle off the rim, but an offensive board comes down to DeBose. Bonds will dish it up to Murphy. At the top of the key, little pitch and catch with Bonds as they'll set up the offense. DeBose with it near the left wing, 10 on the shot clock up top. Murphy swings over to Bonds. Here's a long three, front rim, no good. Portley with the rebound. Portley top of the key will drive, and a whistle, reach-in foul will be called against the Huskies. That's going to go against DeBose, and that's going to be the second against DeBose, the 14th foul against the Huskies. Chuba Ohams will check in, as Rout will check out for Fordham. Inbound from the baseline. Come all the way near the front court to Honor. Top of the key. Dish to the right to Portley. Long three, up and good. Portley, the long distance three. He now has 6 in the ball game. Back to an 8-point lead for HBU. Under 10 minutes to play in the ball game. He's looking to win the opening night contest here at Sharp, home opener. Here's a three. It's going to be blocked by Bunting as Murphy was trying to drill it from long distance. Comes Cobb with it in transition. With the top drive and a whistle, and 2 shots will be upcoming for Fordham. They'll go against Quan Murphy, his 3rd personal, 15th foul for HBU. Cobb at the foul line. 4 points in the ball game, 2 of 2 from the foul line this evening. Does have a rebound in the contest. Foul shot up and good. Ivan Rout will check back in as Portley will come out. Lynch Daniels will check back in, as well as Jalen Gates for HBU. 61-54 is our score. Clock stop 9:27. Cobb drills both. Cobb now with 6 points in the ball game. 61-55 our score. Gates will dish it up to DeBose in the half-court circle. Huskies looking to get the offense going. Lynch Daniels top of the key. The Stint looking inside, dish out. Here's a three from Gates. That's one will be swatted away by the long 6'8" arms of the junior Ohams. Now with it in transition, a quick three up, good. As Nick Honor drills it. Honor with 12, and the 11-point lead has evaporated from the Huskies, down to 61-58 as a timeout is called by Coach Ron Cottrell with 8:50 to go here in the ball game. Fordham now 19 of 43 from the field. Huskies 21 of 43 as they are shooting 48%. Fordham at 44%. Fordham 12 of 21 behind the three-point line as they have been red hot in this ball game, shooting at 57%. Huskies not too shabby themselves at 46.7%. Fordham out rebounding the Huskies by 2 at 26-24, each team with 8 rebounds. The advantage is Fordham with 2 on the defensive side. There's a quick timeout about to end, as Coach Cottrell looking to break up the momentum grabbed by Fordham, as it was all Huskies just a while ago, as their 11-point lead has now dropped back down to 3. We've had 7 lead changes in the ball game. We've been tied 4 times. As come back to action, Oliver Lynch Daniels will have the inbound. DeBose now with it, swinging over to Gates. Zone defense being played by Fordham. DeBose with it inside. Now dish out to Stint as that pass from Loco will go out. And a turnover by the Huskies. Be the 14th turnover of the ball game for HBU. And a chance to either cut it to 1 or tie it right here for the Rams. Looking for the screen from Bunting, looking to tie it. Honor, front rim, no good, but the offensive board by Bunting and a whistle on the court. It'll stay with the Rams. 6'8" senior Jesse Bunting going high. The Huskies will bring Hart back in to try to match back up with the size on the court. Inbound will come from the baseline as Portley will be handed the basketball. Come to Bunting, almost knocked away by DeBose. Honor will have it, give it over to Ohams, right wing. Looking inside to Portley from the right elbow, gets it to fall. Portley now with 8. It's a 1-point lead for HBU. Still zone defense being played, and another turnover by the Huskies. Ohams with it. Chance to regain the lead. He loses the handle, and it'll go back to HBU. Ohams pleading his case to the official that it was last touched by the Huskies, as we have a timeout on the court. 7:49 to go in the ball game. Huskies in front by a point over Fordham, 61-60. You're watching HBU Huskies basketball here on the DNA Huskies Sports Network.
Express gets you the readiest, because ready gives a pep talk. Showtime. But the readiest gives a pep rally.
Holiday Inn Express. Be the readiest.
Astronauts, August 14th will be a day to remember. 10, 9.
August 14th? That's my anniversary. I gotta go.
3, 2, 1.
Houston? Did anyone stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night?
Stay smart. Stay at a Holiday Inn Express.
What does it mean to be Southland Strong?
It's not just big wins.
It's success in the classroom
and being engaged with service,
family, passion,
integrity,
overcoming adversity,
hard work and dedication,
bettering people around you,
striving for excellence,
leadership and competition
on our campuses
and our communities.
We are Southland Strong.
Back here from Sharp Gym, Chase Arian is with you this evening. Glad you're joining us here on the DNA Husky Sports Network. Home opener for your HBU Huskies as they have a 1-point lead over Fordham. So we come out of the media timeout with 7:49 to go in this ball game, 61-60. Back to action we go. As it'll be Bonds with the dribble. Looking for the screen from Hart inside. Doesn't have it now. It'll be DeBose with it. He's had the hot hand in the second half. 10 on the shot clock. Croc scored pass. Here comes Bonds. He'll put up a floater inside. Back iron, no good. Perry will come down with the rebound. Huskies looking for a nice defensive stand here as Bonds goes into the stands. Here to our right. Nice hustle by the senior. 25 on the shot clock for Fordham as the inbounds will come from Ohams. Bunting with it. Got to be careful. He has 4 fouls in the ball game. Shot up and good. And that is Perry, who has been red hot all night from the field. He's now 7 of 8. And Fordham will now have a 1-point lead at 62-61. Perry now. There's a shot, no good. Offensive board, put back is good by McKenzie, and the Huskies back in front by a point. As I was looking for the stats for Perry, now at 19 points in the ball game. Good one we have for you this evening from Sharp. Portley with the dribble right in front of us. Guarded by Lynch Daniels. Now with it. His honor, he'll hand it off to Ohams. Looking down low, Bunting, and that's going to be knocked away by Bonds. Nice job, 4 on the shot clock for Fordham. Nice hustle, though, from the backside by Braxton Bonds. As the inbound will come from the baseline. Inbound will come from Portley. Gets it in Ohams, being met with the double team, turnaround shot up, rattles off the rim, no good. Bunting gets the offensive board, and they'll reset it. And you could see Coach Jeff Neubauer not happy as the ball did hit the rim. The shot clock did not reset. It was not a shot clock violation against Fordham. It'll stay with the Rams. And the officials will meet with the scorers table to try to get everything reset as it will be Rams basketball on their side. Huskies still in front by a point, 63-62 with 6:11 to go in the ball game. Stuff like that just kind of breaks up a team's rhythm as they did get the offensive board as they look to reset the offense. Inbound will come from Ohams here to our right. Get it into the backcourt as Nick Honor will have the dribble. Ohams will dish it off to Perry. He's had the hot hand. Looking inside. Turnaround shot. Bunting off the glass for 2. And back in front is Fordham. Bunting now with 9 points for the Rams. Lynch Daniels will have the ball. Pass to DeBose. Will swing it all the way to the left side to Bonds. Looking for the screen. Doesn't have it. Kinsey in the corners. Will have a kick ball from Ohams. And it'll stay with the Huskies. Inbound will come from Bonds on the near side of the court. Shot clock will go. That's what they got reset to 15. And the Lynch Daniels all the way across court past the Bonds, and that ball's going to be knocked out of bounds by Ohams once again. It'll be 10 on the shot clock for the Huskies. Bonds looking to get it in, does at the top to Hart. We'll hand it off to Bonds. Now under 9, he'll drive, dish in the corner. To McKenzie. Shot clock down to 5, down to 4. He'll shoot it from the wing. Back rim, no good. Rebound down to Ohams. So 1 point lead for the Rams, 64-63 in the corner. Here's a three up, rattles out, no good. Lynch Daniels with the rebound. Looking to push it for HBU. Has it at the top of the key. We'll give it over to Bond. Still a zone defense being played by the Rams. It's been successful since they've gone to it here midway through the second half. Dishing it off, and we have a whistle and a charge called against DuBose. It'll be the third foul against Ian. And the 7th team foul against HBU, as that will put Fordham in the bonus for the rest of the ball game. Jalen Cobb now will check in. Ivan Rout will also come back in for the Rams. 4:58 to go. It's a 1 point lead for the Rams as the Huskies will put the full court pressure on. They have led as much as 11 in the ball game. Top to Bunting. We'll hand off to Cobb. 17 on the shot clock. Corner three coming up. And back iron no good. And a loose ball picked up by HBU. Perry has hardly missed tonight, so that's a big win for HBU. Lynch Daniels had DuBose open in the right wing, and a whistle. And a foul will be called against Fordham. Foul will go against Nick Honor, his fourth. So Honor with 4, Bunting with 4, and Cobb now with 4 for Fordham on the court, as that's the 5th team foul. Huskies will reset the offense. DuBose looking down low to Hart, being met with the double team. Bonds with the top of the key. He'll drive, put up with the left hand. That's not going to make it. Off the glass and get it set to go is McKenzie on the offensive board. Huskies back in front by a point, 65-64. McKenzie getting his first 2 points of the ball game. Couldn't have come at a better time. Under 4 to play. Bunting with it, top of the key. He'll hand it off to Cobb. Looking to go inside, turn around, right hand, up, back iron, no good. Loose ball picked up by HBU. The rebound comes down to DuBose. It's going to be his 5th of the game. He'll go coast to coast off the glass for 2. Huskies back in front by 3. DuBose now with 19 points of the ball game. He's 8 of 10 from the field. With the dribble is Cobb. With the screen from Bunting at the top. Looking down low to Emmett, swings to the right. Here comes a three from Hott, up, good. Nothing but the bottom of the net for Rott. And he now has 6, and we're tied at 67-67. Top of the key with it, DuBose swings to his right to Bonds. DuBose with it, top of the key, looking inside to McKenzie. He'll have it deflected, and it's taken away by Fordham. So a turnover on the offensive end as the Rams looking to regain the lead. Under 3 minutes of play. Honor with the dribble. Looking to go inside. He'll have it swatted away. Last touch out of bounds by Honor. He'll have immediate timeout as the Huskies will have it with 2:40 to go in the ball game. With the score, HBU 67 and Fordham 67, as you're watching HBU Huskies basketball here on the DNA Husky Sports Network.
Coming to you in Living Cola.
The joy of cola.
Refreshing Pepsi Cola from the wonderful folks who put the R in cola.
Chase Hernandez back with you here from Sharp Gym. We couldn't ask for a better one to start the home season, as it's 67-67 with 2:40 to go in the ball game. Huskies will have the ball coming out of the timeout. And now it's a possession ball game. What can you do on the offensive side for both of these teams? As Braxton Bonds will get the inbound. Dribble to his right. Looking down low. Now with the left hand will go inside. Met with the triple team. Dish it up to Hart. Puts it off the glass for two. That's a nice job by Bonds. Finding Edward Hart. It was open. Hart with 7 now. And the Huskies back in front by a pair. 69-67. Portley with it. On the three-point line. 16 on the shot clock. Approaching the 2-minute mark in the ball game. For the screen from Bunting has it, picks up the dribble. Up top to Perry, who has been lethal with it. Shot clock down to 6, down to 5. He'll drive, put his head down, well, but tie up. And possession will stick with Fordham. They want the shot, didn't count as they call the tie up. But Fordham will stick with the basketball with 2 seconds on the shot clock. Big possession right here defensively for the Huskies, as Portley will inbound it on the baseline. Gotta think they're looking for Perry right here. Gets in up top to Cobb, 2, down to 1, here it goes. Hits nothing, shot clock violation, good defense by the Huskies. Minute 50 to go in the ball game. Bonds will slowly bring it up for the Huskies, looking to take off as much time as possible right here. Is up top to DuBose. Back over to Bonds, looking for the screen from Hart. Looking inside, will drive, put it up. It's going to be swatted away by Ohams. Fordham going all the way coast to coast. Bunting just saves it, and it's going to be taken away right back by DuBose as Bunting was going out of bounds. Bonds to McKenzie, will drive, will whistle, and that's going to be a charge. A pair of Rams right there on the defensive side, drawing the charge from HBU. Foul's going to go against McKenzie, his first personal 18 foul, and a timeout called by Coach Ron Cottrell, a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. 1:19 to go in the ball game. Huskies in front, 69-67. So we'll keep it here, give you some stats. DuBose leading scorer for your Huskies at 19 points. League scorer for Fordham is Perry. He also has 19 as well. In the stat column, Fordham with 32 rebounds on the ball game to the Huskies 29, 11 on the offensive end, 21 the defensive end. Huskies with 20 defensive rebounds and 9 on the offensive side. 18 turnovers for Fordham and 16 for the Huskies. So this game has really been neck and neck in the stat sheet. As we come out of the 30-second timeout, Portley will have the inbound as they will go coast to coast is Fordham. Minute 19 to go as the clock now will start trickling down. Nick Honor will have it. Calling the offense, looking to go inside. We'll kick it out to Rott. He'll shoot a 3, top of the key, rims off, no good. Rebound comes down to McKenzie. And we are under a minute to play as the Huskies looking to get their first victory of the season, looking to close this one out strong. Lynch Daniels with it. Near the half-court line, we'll give it over to Bonds. 14 on the shot clock. Looking from the screen from Hart, top of the key. Lynch Daniels with it, right wing. Shot clock down to 7, down to 6. We'll drive, dish it out. There's a 2 from McKenzie. Back rim, no good. But we have a whistle, and it's going to be a defensive foul against Fordham, against Ivan Rott. That's going to be his first personal. Only the 16th foul, though. So not in the bonus yet are the Huskies, but they will keep it. Bunting will come back in for the Rams. And Ohams will come back in as well, as the Huskies will have a fresh 24-second or 30-second shot clock, I should say, and a timeout called by Fordham here with 36.4 seconds remaining, with the Huskies in front by a pair, 69-67. Leaders in the ball game. We'll take a look at this assist for your HBU Huskies. Oliver Lynch Daniels and Braxton Bonds each with 5. DeBose and McKenzie each with 2. Steals in the ball game. Lynch Daniels, Bonds, and DeBose all with 2 in the ball game. Leading rebounder is DeBose with 6. Bonds with 5. Hart and McKenzie each have 4. We said leading scorers in the ball game for HBU. DeBose with 19. Osoji with 8. Hart and Lynch Daniels each with 7. For Fordham, it's Ty Perry with 19, Nick Honor with 12, Bunting with 9, and Portley has 8 on the scoreboard for the Rams. We come out of the quick timeout. Huskies, we'll recap team fouls, have 8. Fordham with 6. One more would put the Huskies at the foul line, as Bonds will get the inbound from the baseline. Honor will cover up the inbound pass. He does get into Hart in the corner. Being guarded by Bunting, who has 4 fouls in the ball game. Looking to dish it off. Finally gets rid of it and hands it to DuBose, and a whistle. And that is going to be called against Ty Perry. That'll be Perry's first personal. And out the foul line will go Ian DeBose. DeBose 0 of 1 from the foul line tonight. 19 points, 8 of 10 from the field, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. It's a 1-on-1 opportunity. Front end upcoming, gets it to go. A huge foul shot made, as it's a 3-point lead for HBU. .7 seconds remaining. Huskies up by 3. Make it 4. 2-possession ball game. Honor will get the inbound. Clock will run. Shot clock will no longer exist in the ball game. Here comes a 3. Perry up. Good. Timeout called. Fordham. Another 3-point dagger from Perry, who is now 6 of 8 for the 3-point line. He has 22 points, leading all scorers in this game. 1-point lead for the Huskies, 20.1 seconds remaining, as Jeff Neubauer calls the timeout for Fordham. Sixth time in school history that Fordham has come to the state of Texas to play, and they are 0-5 all time in the Lone Star State. So an obscure fact right there as they look to get their first victory in the great state of Texas, as they have been red hot behind the 3-point line tonight. They broke a school record with 16 3-pointers in their opening game. They have 14 this evening. As we come out of the timeout, it will be DeBose with the inbound. Full court press being put on by the Rams. Gates now in the ball game will get the inbound. 16 seconds left in the backcourt, looking to get it across, and they just do beat the time clock, and a whistle finally with 10.8 seconds remaining on Ivan Rout. It's going to be Rout's second, and Lynch Daniels at the line for a 1-and-1. Oliver tonight, 2 of 2 from the foul line with 7 points. As Honor will check back in. Also, McKenzie will check in for Gates now. Big front end coming up for the sophomore from Chapel Hill, North Carolina. He makes it. 2-point lead now for the Huskies, 72-70. Big shot upcoming as they look to make it a 3-point lead with 10.8 seconds remaining. And he drains them both as Lynch Daniels now perfect at the foul line at 4 and 4. He has 9 points as the Huskies call a timeout. It'll be a full timeout. We'll take a quick timeout here as you watch HBU Huskies basketball on the DNA Husky Sports Network.
I am strong.
I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination.
Confidence.
I trust my gut.
No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication.
Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
Be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
Under Armour.
This is HBU Huskies men's basketball on the DNA Husky Sports Network.
Glad you're joining us this evening here from Sharp Gym. Chase Hernandez filling in for Lonnie King. And we have had an excellent contest this evening as the Huskies have come storming back in the second half as they have a 3-point lead with 10.8 seconds remaining in this ball game. As Fordham now will come out, having to go coast to coast. As the inbounder will be Antoine Portley. Portley gets some instruction from Neubauer. He'll go down the baseline, gets into Honor. Here we go. 8. And a heads-up foul right there by Bonds as Fordham is in the 1-and-1. So Nick Honor with 12 points in the ball game will go to the foul line for a 1-and-1 as Gates will come in for Murphy. This will be Honor's first foul attempt coming up. He's got 12 points. He's 4 of 9 for the field, 4 of 7 behind, 3-point line. 7.8 seconds remaining. First shot is good. Honor now with 13. Big second shot upcoming. And he gets it to go. Back to a 1-point lead for HBU. They get it in to DuBose. Clock ticks down to 6.6 seconds remaining. DuBose, who's had the hot hand in the second half for the Huskies with 21 points overall. 2 of 3 from the foul line as each team with 9 team fouls, so still a 1-and-1 upcoming. DuBose, the sophomore from Durham, North Carolina. Big front end upcoming. And he gets it to go, 22 points now. 2-point lead for the Huskies, 74-72 with 6.6 seconds remaining. And he gets them both, and the Huskies have been solid at the foul line since they've been in the bonus to knock down these shots. Portley will be the inbounder as he gets into the Cobb. Clock down to 5, down to 4, down to 3. Honor with the 3. It's up, front rim, no good, and that is the ball game. And the Huskies open their home slate of the 2018-2019 season as they knock down a victory this evening at Sharp Gym as they defeat the Fordham Rams from the Atlantic 10 Conference 75-72. A big comeback victory this evening on the home court for your Huskies. We'll come back, recap this ball game, and get you set for the road trip upcoming for your Huskies. You're watching HBU Huskies basketball here on the DNA Husky Sports Network.
Hi, this is Ron Cottrell, head coach of the HBU Huskies. Thanks for listening to Huskies basketball on the DNA Husky Sports Network.
You're listening to the Husky Sports Network, powered by DNA Studios.
If Raising Cane's one love was rock music, they would rock harder than any rock band ever. Their tours would sell out before they were announced. Their backstage parties would be the stuff of legend, attended by unicorns and the head of Louis XIV. Hotel rooms would trash themselves out of respect. But Raising Cane's one love isn't rock music. It's making the perfect chicken finger meal every single time. Raising Cane's one love.
Recording artist Kevin Fowler.
Well, I love the sound of fast boats racing, rooster tails are flying high. Love to hear all my rowdy friends rocking, howling at the full moonlight. Love to see those fireflies buzzing, lighting up the southern sky. Yeah, I'm a hell-bent 100% Texan till I die. Like lots of 100% Texans, I love having a good time on the water. But remember, nobody's waterproof. Play it safe.
Back here from Sharp Gym, Chase Hernandez with you as the Huskies come away with a 75-72 victory over the Fordham Rams out of the A-10 Conference to open up the home season here at Sharp Gym. And a great, great comeback victory for the HBU Huskies as we get set to talk with the head coach Ron Cottrell here in just a little bit. Huge second half, though, for HBU coming back to win this ball game, led by Ian DeBose with 23 points in the ball game, leading all scorers, followed by Oliver Lynch-Daniels with 9. But it was just an incredible, incredible second half by the Huskies. They got their largest lead up to 11 at 61-50 as they chipped away from an 8-point deficit in the second half of 8 from Fordham to win this ball game. Huskies out-rebounded 33-31 by the Rams. 12 on the offensive end for Fordham and 10 by HBU. Each team had 21 defensive rebounds, 17 assists for HBU and 16 for Fordham. Huskies led in steals with 8 to the Rams 6. Points in the paint, 32 for your HBU Huskies, only 14 for Fordham, so a nice job on the defensive end by the Huskies, limiting that. They were hot behind the three-point line all night was Fordham as they were 14-29. Huskies at a 7 of 15 clip, so each team shooting in the high 40%, 46.7% and 48.3% for Fordham. Overall, Huskies shot 48% from the field, and Fordham shot 42.1%. Huskies 18-26 from the foul line. Coming up clutch, though, when they needed it to ice the game once they got in the double bonus. Fordham with a 10 of 12 free throw night of a 83.3 percentage for the Rams. So upcoming now for HBU, they got a little bit of a road trip. They'll head up north to Big Ten country as they'll take on the Wisconsin Badgers next Saturday. Catch that on the Big Ten Network and, of course, here on the DNA Huskies Sports Network with Lonnie King. Then they'll head to the East Coast in an ACC matchup as they get ready to take on the Wake Forest Demon Deacons on the 23rd of November. Back home on the 26th as they will take on the UTSA Roadrunners before they head back on the road to take on Louisiana Tech and Texas State. What a good win here from Sharp Gym, though. A much-needed win, I'd say, to kind of get the winning ways going here early on in this season. As they played Arizona, it was a closer than a 90-60 ball game than you see on the scoreboard. It was very close in that first half. Arizona pulling away late in that ball game, but the Huskies playing really well early on and just could not find a rhythm in the second half. But they did a great job here on the home court this evening chipping away, as I said, that 8-point lead, getting the lead in the second half, got it all the way up to 11. And Fordham, who is a good A-10 team, they chipped it away in that second half, tying it up a few times, and the Huskies pulling away late as they got the advantage, and then the foul game started, and Fordham sent the Huskies to the line, and the Huskies pulling away, like I said, with a 3-point victory in this ball game. As we're waiting for the head coach, Ron Cottrell, to come out to visit with us. I mentioned the Huskies down 41-36 at the halftime break, outscoring Fordham 39-31 in the second half. As we'll give you the individual leaders for tonight's game for the Huskies. Ian DeBose will go to rebounds. First, Ian DeBose leading with 6, Bonds with 5, Hart with 4, McKenzie with 4 each. With assists, it was Lynch Daniels and Bonds each with 5 assists. DeBose and McKenzie each with 2. Steals in the ball game, Lynch Daniels, Bonds, and DeBose all had 2. Hart with 1 in the ball game. Leading scorer, Ian DeBose, 23 points for your HBU Huskies. It was Stephen Osuji with 9, Edward Hart with 8, Oliver Lynch Daniels with 7 in the ball game. And then Stint chipped in with 7 as well. Bonds came in with 6, McKenzie with 4. Quan Murphy chipped in with 1, and Jalen Gates also had 3 in the ball game as well. As the Huskies win it 75-72 here from Sharp Gym. As we still await a visit with our head coach, Coach Ron Cottrell. As Fordham now will drop to 1-1 overall, as they defeated CCNY at Fordham earlier this week. Huskies, as I mentioned, go to 1-1 as well on the young season. The upcoming game, as Fordham now will head home, they'll take on Florida International on the 16th. We'll host Columbia, Youngstown State, and 3 straight in a tournament at home. As the Huskies, as I mentioned, getting ready to hit the road as they have a tough stretch upcoming, but really good games to get them set for Southland Conference play, which will begin on January the 2nd here at Sharp Gym as they host the Lamar Cardinals for a 3-game road trip to start Southland Conference play after that early on in January at New Orleans, at Nichols, and at Abilene Christian. The Huskies' next home game will be on the 26th, as I said, against University of Texas San Antonio. The Roadrunners will wrap up the 2018 home schedule before 19 rolls in December against Arlington Baptist and at Dallas Christian. Arlington Baptist will be here on the 14th and Dallas Christian on the 29th here at Sharp during the Christmas break. A very good crowd on hand, though, at Sharp for the first home game of the season for the Huskies. In a 75-72 wire-to-wire win in that second half, coming back in a very close contested ball game for HBU. I mentioned the game against Wisconsin will be accessible on the Big Ten Plus network. Also, Lonnie King will have it on the DNA HBU Huskies Sports Network as well up in Madison. And then they will take on the Wake Forest Demon Deacons of the ACC later in that week. So we'll see if we grab Coach real quick. As the Huskies, as I mentioned, victorious numerous times, 75-72, and a big win against an Atlantic 10 opponent. Atlantic 10, which is a notorious March Madness conference team once it comes down to tournament time, always putting good teams in the tournament. St. Joe's, George Washington, Davidson, Duquesne, UMass, Dayton, all coming up in A10 play for Fordham, but never an easy task at any stretch in that conference. So getting a win against an A10 team is a good start to the season for HBU. As getting wins against a big-time conference is what you want to start the season, as Huskies don't schedule many slouches out of conference. You know, starting with a perennial national power in Arizona, then going to Wisconsin, each team being into multiple Final Fours. And then Wake Forest also coming up on the slate. And then we'll also have a later date in Coral Gables. It's the Miami Hurricanes later on in December. All this before Southland Conference play. That will definitely get you ready to try to make a run to get to Katy later on in the season. We got the word that Coach Cottrell is on his way, so we will have a post-game wrap-up with him. Remind you that of our leading scorer and our player of the game tonight, we will give it to the sophomore guard from Durham, North Carolina, Ian DeBose. 23 points on the game. He was 8 of 10 from the field, 3 of 4 from the three-point line, 4 of 5 from the foul line. 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals in the game. Played 36 minutes on the court for the Huskies. As that second half, he just got rolling for HBU, and he was pretty much the spark plug, and we'll talk to Coach Cottrell about that, getting things going for this team as he needed it. So we'll see Coach Cottrell right there, so we'll get up and have a chat with him. Coach Ron Cottrell joins us here on our post-game show, as we'll get on the mic right here. Coach, congratulations on the big win this evening. Beating an A10 team on your home court to start the home season got to be a great feeling for your team.
Yeah, we've got a really excited locker room in there right now. These guys are pumped, fired up about what we did tonight and what we can do down the road. I mean, it was a fun night to get a win in Sharp Gym against a really good opponent, but we got a lot of work to do still, but it's win number one.
You know, you start off the season at Arizona, perennial power. Started off that game real strong, and then second half kind of got away from the team. What were some of the difference you saw in the first game to tonight's game that can kind of get your team rolling going forward?
I thought we carried through defensively tonight. The first half, you know, the Arizona game, I thought our first half defense was really good, and I thought our lack of scoring offensively took a toll on our intensity on the defensive end against Arizona, and we kind of had a letdown on both ends of the floor. Tonight, they came out just firing. I mean, I think they were 8 of 10 from the three-point line in the first half, and really were on fire. And then we didn't let up defensively. We kept coming at them, and we made a couple switches in what we were doing, how we guarded a couple things to try to give them a different look. And I thought that threw them off, but I thought our defensive intensity was really good in the second half.
Second half gets going. Ian DeBose was the spark plug, it looked like, for your team, leading scorer of the ballgame. Kind of talk about his performance tonight.
Yeah, Ian's a hard matchup for people because he can do so many things. He can shoot the ball in the perimeter, he can get to the rim, he can rebound and put things back in traffic. And he's a hard defender. You know, he tried to get that steal late in the game that would have sealed it for us, and he was mad at himself if he didn't get it. But he just plays so hard on both ends of the floor, and I'm proud of him because he was frustrated at Arizona the other night because he didn't play up to his standards. And tonight he really bounced back in a big way.
You got that 11-point lead, and then they just kind of slowly chipped away. They looked like they went to a zone defense right there. But the team just mentally stayed in the ball game, kept it close, got the lead, and then obviously the foul situation started coming where you guys were in the bonus. Just talk about that key part in the second half mentally for your team? How big was that staying in the game?
That's a growing experience for our guys because we haven't worked a lot against a 2-3 zone, and they actually threw us a triangle and 2 at us for a little bit, which is a really a kind of a junk defense to kind of throw you off. And that kind of slowed us down, but our guys stayed with it. And the biggest thing is you rebound out of that. Even if you're not getting the best shots, the shots you really want to get, if you're active on the glass, you can still finish plays. And so our guys were able to do that tonight. We've got to get better against the zone. There's no doubt about that. But I like the fact that our guys found a way. Even when it wasn't pretty, we still found a way. And then knocking down the free throws, we've struggled in the past free throw shooting. And some of the guys that hit those late in the game, Ian and Oliver, have had their struggles throughout the last year. And to see them do it in a pressure situation was really big.
I was going to ask you about that. When that time of the game comes down, you see it early in the season and even tourney time when you got a foul to try to get back in the game. Your team was just ice in the veins at the foul line. Confidence-wise, though, what does that do for a team? Well, even though it's the second game of the year, but you go up there and you just drain all of them. What does that do for a team kind of going forward to big games?
A lot of that has to do with being in Sharp Gym, first of all. Being at home is a big factor for us. We love playing here. This is a terrific place. People talk about how small and how old it is and all that. But when you get in a game, this is a fun place to play basketball. And so that adrenaline kind of helps you in those situations. But that's as you said, it's really big for our team because we need to build on those successes in pressure situations so that when we go on the road, we've already been there and done that and know how to handle it and know what to do. And we've got some guys. I mean, I tell people all the time that we've got the oldest, most experienced sophomores in the country probably because we've got a ton of guys who are playing as sophomores for us, but they played a ton of minutes for us last year. And so they've been in these situations before, and so now they're thriving in them.
Get a week off before you head up to Madison to take on Wisconsin. Got a huge road trip coming up. You play Wisconsin, then after that you take on Wake Forest.
Right.
What do you want to see from your team leading up to those two big away games coming up? Obviously, you got a Big Ten team, an ACC team coming up, but you know what? Early in the year, when you get a big win like this, things can get rolling for your team, and you can kind of catch fire.
It'll carry us over to some good work in the practice gym. And that's the main thing for us right now. Is we don't play until a week from now, and then we don't play again until the following Friday. So we've got a lot of practice time between now and when we get done with these next two games. And that's an important time for us early in the season to get better as a team. And having won the game gives us a lot of enthusiasm coming into practice. They want to work hard. They want to get better. They see the success that they've had, and they want to do something on a bigger scale at a Wisconsin or a Wake Forest. And so it really, I think, is going to motivate us to work hard these next 10 days, 12 days or so in practice to really become the team that I think we can be. We've still got a lot of question marks, but I think we're working towards answering some of those.
Coach, we'll let you go celebrate with your team. Congratulations on a home victory to start the home calendar off at Sharp Gym with the big win against Fordham, 75-72.
Sounds great. I appreciate it.
Congrats, Coach.
Bye-bye.
That's Coach Ron Control of the victorious HBU Huskies this evening as they defeat the Fordham Rams 75-72 here from Sharp Gym. We just want to thank you guys for tuning in to tonight's broadcast here on the DNA Husky Sports Network. I'm Chase Hernandez filling in for Lonnie King. Once again, the next broadcast will be on the 17th next Saturday at Wisconsin as the Huskies will win the Badgers in Madison. For Mario J. Rivera, our producer, I'm Chase Hernandez. Thanking you so much for tonight's broadcast. Once again, the final score is your HBU Huskies 75 and the Fordham Rams 72.